natin. So, dun, dahil dyan, sumegway na tayo dun sa pinanghahawakan nila ng ilang taon.
Okay.
Unahin ko na muna. Actually, ilabas natin. Pero alam mo, maganda kasi yung nangyari sa'yo. Kasi tinignan ko yung mga, alam mo, nag-gather ako ng mga photos mo kanina eh. So, binalikan ko lahat ng mga 2,000 posts mo sa Instagram. Inisa-isa ko. Kasi may mga hinahanap ako.
Instagram.
2011. Oh, pero binalikan ko. Kita mo na yung ano eh. Kita mo na yung progression ng pagpipixelate ng ano eh, ng mga litrato eh. Una blurry. Oo.
Kaya hindi
sabi ko, inis na inis ako.
Decided to keep, diba, yung mga old pictures nila. Ako talaga hinayaan ko dyan kasi syempre you'll appreciate the evolvement of cellphone, yung quality of
kaya nga.
Ako natutuwa.
Inis na inis ako. Wala akong makitang HD kasi nung time na yun, HD na siya sa amin. Hindi, nag-post ako kanina. Sabi ko, bakit hindi ito yung pagkaka-remember ko nung unang nirelease tong photo na to?
Kaya nga, di ba? Pag ngayon, nag-take tayo ng picture, ang dami na kasi nating options for cellphone eh. Talagang pag direct yun eh. Yeah, actually, it's the same thing. Kasi I can't find the original, most of the photos that are actually on my Instagram, I can't find the original copy of those. So whenever there's an interview or like TV guesting, they will ask for HD quality.
Wala.
And I'm like,
But that was not how I remembered it before, ha? When it was first released, ang glossy-glossy. Tapos ngayon sabi ko, bakit hindi ko makuha yung quality na hinahanap ko noon? Kasi yeah, go ahead.
And also, I think Instagram before, downsize talaga nila yung size.
Quality. Kaya siguro, no?
Oo. Nag-evolve na rin naman yung Instagram ngayon na talagang you can really post. Kasi syempre, ang dami ng pinagkakakitaan yung Instagram, di ba? And ang dami ng marketing on Instagram. So, good quality videos and pictures are very much needed na rin. So, I think they really allowed na rin na ma-post natin yung at a certain yung pixelation ng mga photos. They allow like really good quality pictures na. I think before, kahit na maganda naman sa phone mo and then you put it on Instagram, talagang
medyo nadi-diminish, resolution. Pero ang OA kanina, kasi di ba pinost ko yung mga baol photos mo, sabi ko, bakit hindi to HD? HD to na na-remember ko noon. Well, anyway.
Kasi nasa baol ang lahat.
Nasa baol. Kasi di ba alam mo naman na yung pag hinuhugot yung mga damit ng kumbya, ang tawag namin ay mga damit sa baol. Pero
kaya nakakatuwa yung photoshoot na yun eh. Talagang literal.
Oo. Baol na baol. Sobrang baol na baol.
Baol yun ni Mama Kim Gan. Hi Mama Kim, thank you for...
Diyos ko. Hi Miss Kim. Pinuntahan ko rin yung page ni Miss Kim kasi na-feel namin na mukhang may mararating tayo sa styling pagdating kay MJ because sa time mo, naramdaman namin na nag-pull ka na ng mga clothes. So tulad nila Sir Leo Almodal, tulad nila Miss Kim Gan. So parang nabuhayan kami kasi pagdating mo sa Doral, actually ang ayos ng wardrobe mo. A lot of your tight-fitting clothes were not Gucci, were not super pageanty because a lot of them were like very sexy first lady types. Yung mga actually, dresses mo from Miss Kim Gan.
Yun yung napag-desisyon na namin ni Mama Kim since the beginning pa lang of me passing the application for Binibining Pilipinas. We really wanted to, kasi yung image ko from 2011 to 2012, talagang body, kasi to showcase the body, the legs. Parang yun na yung nakasanayan natin before, di ba? Talagang paiklian ng dresses, talagang to showcase your
Oo.
Yung vision ni Mama Kim at that time. Kasi, ganun nun talaga siya. Yung aura niya, very, mahinhin, very feminine, ganyan. Sabi niya, why not try different? Pwede naman tayong maging sexy na without showing too much.
Yes.
So, kami off-shoulder. Talagang, yun na yung nakapattern na pananamit ko during...
It was a good direction though. Oo. A good direction for you. Kasi gusto ko yung contrast na sexy yung hair mo, sexy yung katawan mo, pero hindi overtly sexy yung suot mo. Kasi alam ko na kapag dumating ka sa Miss Universe at nahalo ka sa mga Latina, yun ang uniform nila. Uniform nila yung talagang bodycon na maiikli. So parang it made you stand out. At least it made you stand out because your hem was a little longer. And in fact, one of the visuals na talagang pinanghahawakan ko until now was that I was super disappointed with everybody nung nag-parade kayo and you were in that beautiful fuchsia Kim Gan like jumpsuit thing. It was like, kahit na meron kayo frontrunner dyan, at alam naman namin kung sino frontrunner niyo dyan, oh my God, moment ni MJ to. Like, super moment, like, flowing. Tapos, yung mga katabi mo, naka-shorts, naka-jeans, ano yun? Ano nangyari doon?
I really love that. Actually, so yung pinadala niya sa akin yung outfit na yun, I really love that outfit. Pero hindi naman yun talaga hindi niya binigay sa akin yun to really specifically wear for the parade of beauties, parade of nation. I think it's parade.
Hindi, parang just parade. Parade in a small area.
I think it's parade of nations. So anyway, napakaganda nung ensemble na yun. It's one piece. Fuchsia. Very bright yung color, one-sided off-shoulder, and my
flowing train.
Flowing. And I just can't find the perfect opportunity to wear that outfit. Kasi medyo sexy siya, but at the same time, pasabog siya. Come the Parade of Nation, I felt like this is the perfect time to wear this outfit. So I decided to wear Kim Gan's creation for that. And yun nga, stepping out, parang sabi ko, bakit baka overdress ba ako? Overdress ba ako? Kasi we're coming from a charity event. So naka-t-shirt lang kami and pants before that.
Yes.
And actually, may stopover lang kami sa isang lugar and we just have to change like in the bathroom or something really quick to do para diretso na kami sa Parade of Nations. At nung nagbibihis na kami, siguro kasi comfortability na lang for other girls changing from pants to whatever easier it is to wear.
Okay.
Kaya masyadong simple na yung sinuot ng most of the girls. Pero talagang ako, hindi nasa pageant tayo, dapat laging handa.
Diba?
Ako hindi, suotin ko to. So talagang I didn't change my mind na parang kahit na feeling ko overdressed. Pero sabi nila, in pageantry, you'll never be overdressed. Wala.
Diba nga, sabi nila, meron mga nag-gown breakfast pa lang eh. Mahiya ka pa ba na pusha ka? Na pinush mo ang pusha?
Inilaban ko yun kahit na yung mga letter P, kasi mga letter P kami dun sa ano namin, yung iba naka-pants na lang, nag-change lang ng top. Sabi ko, hindi.
Ay, syempre ang taas na ng kilay namin nun. And you know what? It was such a good move. We were like super happy nung nakita namin yun. Kasi parang feeling namin, lumaban eh. Tsaka sa kanya yun. I mean, moment mo yun. Diba? Nakalimot tayo may Paulina Vega, nakalimot tayo may Diana Gartusia, nakalimot tayo may, diba? Parang, yun yung kinakainis ko kasi kanina pa ako naghahanap ng HD, wala rin ako mahanap na HD, nangalkal na ako sa kung saan-saan. Pero, looking back, maayos actually yung mga wardrobe mo, nung nandun ka na sa Miss Universe mismo eh. Hindi ka ba nahirapan nun, knowing na medyo mahigpit na nga si Madam, pagdating sa, choosing wardrobe, pulling from other designers, o medyo mas open naman siya pagdating sa everyday wear ninyo?
Actually, nung prepare ako ng wardrobe for Miss Universe, hello? Ayan, okay. Nung nagpa-prepare kami for Miss Universe, we would have a lot of fitting days. So, maglalabas siya ng napakarami. Okay. So, yung preparation namin for Miss Universe, it will be never-ending fitting from day until night. Talagang fit of clothes. Kasi si Madam naman, in fairness to her, she will not insist to wear something not comfortable on. Pero you have a limited options lang din. Diba? Kasi kung ano lang din yung ilalabas niyang damit, yun lang yung options mo. But then what I tried to do is, what I did is to stick na lang to the image na what I created with Mama Kim. So,
So, may approval?
Nag-choose ako. Oo, lahat may approval kay Mrs. Araneta. Pero, syempre, kung ano rin naman yung gusto ko, pinapayagan niya rin naman ako. Pero syempre, yung options ko limited kasi kung ano labas niya, yun lang din, di ba? Ayan. So, although kahit na limited yung options ko sa mga susuotin ko, I just try to stick na lang sa kung ano yung styling na for Miss Universe. So, pwede. Sa Kim Gun styling na Okay. So what I would do is, since Ilonggo din yung nag-a-alter ng mga damit for Mrs. Araneta, I would hush-hush talk to him na if you can adjust this, really fit to my body. Kasi ganun nga yung peg namin ni Mama Kim na talagang hapit pero mahaba, not so much of,
more of the curves, no? More on...
More of the shape. Ganun. Silhouette yung peg
silhouette,
So I try to stick on that na lang. I really try to work on whatever I have. Kasi, syempre wala ka naman choice. Hindi naman ako pwede mag-tantrums doon, di ba? Being a matured woman. Hindi naman ako pwede, ayoko dito. Andiyan na yun eh. So,
saan may tantrums ka, Chos? Para naman tontuwa yung mga tao kung mag-tantrums ka.
Ayun. So, make it work na lang yung peg ko that time.
So yun ang peg mo. Pero yung dalawang almodal na suot na dinala mo, the pink one na masama loob, daming lahat, and the red one, wala talaga sa usapan na just in case something goes wrong dun sa gown mo, that you can wear either of the two. Wala bang ganung usapan?
Wala sa usapan sa if you meant between Binibining Pilipinas and the designer. Wala sa usapan na susuotin ko yun. But I just brought it as an option. So, actually, kasi nga, napaka-uncertain eh. Nalilipad ako sa Duran. Siguro, yung uncertainty, nalilipad na ako sa Miss Universe at hindi ko pa nakikita yung gown ko. Hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung itsura, hindi ko pa na-fit. Parang yun na lang, yun yung bagay na kaya ako nagdala ng gown kasi parang yun yung assurance na whatever happens, baka hindi alam mo yun, baka hindi dumating or like baka matrap sa I don't know, sa courier, baka hindi ko matanggap. So parang may assurance ko lang na whatever happens, may backup akong gown kasi hindi ko nga alam eh. I don't even know when's the exact date na marireceive ko yung gown sa Dural. Basta sabi nila, darating daw doon. I wasn't even, informed na ano pala yung magdadala ng gown ko.
Wow, so, hindi ka informed? Kami nga informed eh.
Hindi ako informed.
Informed nga kami na mga Miss Colombia nagdadala.
Medyo na-shock ako doon. So,
okay.
Yung those uncertainties actually made me and some of my mentors who were actually there decide na why not bring a backup na lang. So, nasuot ko na lang yung gown sa mga photo shoot kasi nga ang dami palang gowns na kailangan and I didn't bring, enough gowns to wear. So, nung photo shoot nga for official gown, ayun, sinuot ko yung red, which I really loved. It was really pretty, body-hugging gown.
Aware ka ba, MJ, dun sa impact ng red gown na yun? Because when you wore that red gown to the photo, ay, naku, kapit kamay yung namin, yung pag-hope namin na sana ganitong kalibre. Kasi kung naumpisahan mo na ng red gown, yun lang naman, shinare ko lang. Shinare ko lang yung impact ng red gown na yun.
Yun, hindi ako masyadong aware, pero I was really excited. That gown is really pretty simple, pero talagang ang lakas ng impact. Kasi I was really looking forward to wear a red gown. And I don't think I was aware that I was gonna wear a white gown, but I definitely asked for a pink or red gown.
Parang wala naman sa konsultasyon yung nangyari.
Oo, kasi I was leaning towards red or like pink gown. Even during Binibining Pilipinas competition, parang yun yung color ko, yellow, pink,
Oo, pink, oo.
more of bright, very warm,
Jewel tones na, oo.
feminine colors, ganun. Parang yun yung sana yung nai-imagine ko na mas yun nga yung nai-imagine ko na susuotin. Pero given the situation na I really don't have a lot of options or like, say sa final whatever final decision would be, I just accepted it. It is what it is.
Sayang, di ba?
And the organization spent money for that, and I really
Oo nga daw.
their decision.
But when you look at it naman, it's really intricate. Nagets ko naman yung inspiration niya. Pero siguro ang kinainis lang siguro namin lahat was that nag-design, pero he did not take into consideration siguro yung body type mo. Now, what I want to know is, knowing that Colombia also wore the same designer, anong na-feel mo? Una mo nakita yung gown ni Colombia as opposed to your gown? May naramdaman ka bang hugot?
I think magaling naman siya kasi yung mga ginawa niya for Shamsi, and Shamsi was
malinis.
So nakailang ulit actually siya nang gawa. Kasi Shamsi was there and he can see na it doesn't work for her. Na yung body type niya is she's very skinny and lean and tall, ganyan. So I felt like yung disadvantage in my case, and my body type is very, very different from Ara or like
and the previous queens, na sanay siya.
From previous girls na talagang I have a wide hips kasi I'm half Arabian, so alam mo yun, mahirap, syempre, masyadong sensitive on some designs yung body type ko na I shouldn't be wearing some styling that will make
very limiting yung body type.
It's just unfortunate na hindi kami talaga nagkausap actually. And kahit man lang video call, wala. So, hindi niya talaga nakita. Siguro nag-search siya online, ganyan, pero hindi niya talaga nakita yung evolvement na ng katawan ko from Binibini to Miss Universe. Which ended up na I was wearing a really loose gown during kaya hawak-hawak ko lang ng ganun yung gown ko kasi may sariling buhay, gumagalaw ng sarili. Kasi nga, it was very loose.
Nakita namin yun eh.
So those are the things na unfortunately happened na it's out of my control, but I'm not, of course, blaming kasi may mga nagsasabi na I'm just blaming. You just didn't win. You keep on blaming. But I felt
hindi naman, tinatanong ka kasi. It's not that something na ina-announce mo naman, di ba? I mean, of course, someone would have to ask you para magsabi ka ng ganun opinion. Wala naman ako nabasa sa'yo na ikaw lang.
So I felt like, in my defense, I felt like those are the things na I could have had more control. Kasi, syempre, yung wardrobe mo, dapat mas may control ka. Na it could have been better kung may mas open communication between me and the designer, and then like him asking what I really wanted, or like how I envision myself on the pageant night. Yung mga things like that could have impacted, how I performed or how I really felt with myself during the pageant night. Those are the things na I felt could have been different given a different situation or instance. Pero I'm not blaming kasi we're just talking about what happened.
And thank you for this. Thank you for clarifying that. Usually kasi ang thinking namin, of course, may nangyayari pala sa backstage na pag may nag-leak na konting photos from the rehearsals, ang thinking namin, yan na yung isusuot niya sa mismong finals. And then, of course, we saw that pink gown that we all really loved kasi talagang gusto namin at that time. Yung pink almodal. Yung pink almodal, nasa na yun?
Sa likod-likod nga lang yan.
Yun na nga eh. Pero grabe yung hope na binigay nung gown na yon, at grabe rin naman ang heartbreak ang binigay niya nung hindi namin nakita. And I think, MJ, I don't know if you're aware, but I think it was because uhaw kami sa Paswarovski.
Yes.
Hindi talaga namin naramdaman ang Paswarovski. Naramdaman namin saglit kay Miriam dun sa kanyang Halston
Yes.
na binidazzle nila. But even the silhouette of that was really very simple and clean and classic. Pero naghanap ngayon kami na parang pwede sanang lumaban kay Julia Alito ba? Yung mga tipong brighten.
Actually, it was unfortunate din na yung batch ko talagang they brought like a very, yung gown nila talagang onto the
yung
next
arsenal
level.
nila. Oo. Couture kung couture.
Oo, mga Middle Eastern designer mostly nga.
Oo.
Doon. So, I felt like if it was a different batch na kung hindi lang din naman palaban yung mga gowns ng iba, you cannot compare really that the gown is not as good as the others. But then, it just so happened that the gowns of other girls in top 10 are just so much better comparing to the gown that was showcased there. So,
Correct, like showcase there.
Oo, kasi syempre sinasabi nila parang, bakit nung mga past 4 years it worked?
Hindi nga eh. It's so evident nga why it didn't work this time. MJ, are you there?
Kasi, di ba gano'n naman yun? Nasa line-up yun eh. Ayan. Kasi gano'n naman, di ba? Nasa line-up yun eh. If it was a different line-up, actually, baka medyo lumaban yung gown. But then, given that the lineup was really strong, talagang pasabog din yung gowns ng iba, then it could have been a different output if it was a different lineup, and it just so happened na most of the girls are wearing really strong and like well-designed gowns that night. So, alam mo yun, just those are the things that are out of my control na rin.
Now, MJ, I also don't know if you're aware na merong narrative that went on with the pageant fans. When someone took your photo na naka-pink gown ka, na mukha, syempre, siguro candid naman yun, pero mukha kang malungkot doon, yung narrative was that nabulyawan ka ni Madam. Is there any truth to that?
No.
Wala.
Kasi,
so, storya lang namin yun.
Wala na kaming access sa phones namin. Actually, lahat ng valuables namin kinukuha na ng advisors namin. So, para walang, after the competition, may nawawala ng mga gamit, etc. So, it's I think, safer that way na hindi namin hawak-hawak yung mga phones namin or whatsoever. Pero I was really stressed kasi hindi pa dumarating yung gown ko na actually ina-alter to fit. But for some other reasons, iba yung...
Okay, so hindi ka binulya. Guys, klaro yan hindi totoo. Hindi binulyawan.
I just really have to wear a backup gown because I have to be on stage, and while I was waiting for my finals gown na ina-alter pa to fit me better. Kasi syempre nahirapan sila kasi hindi naman yung nag-alter, hindi naman yun yung gumawa ng gown. So ayun, ang dami lang nangyayari ng time na yun that really affected my focus that time. So, yun. There were a lot of factors that actually stressed me out. I think yung tulog ko nun 1 oras lang eh, nung gabing yun. So,
pumayat ka na nga, lalo ka pang pumayat.
Oo, lack of sleep. Ayun, siguro ang dami na ring distraction. Wala na akong social media, additional distraction pa yun, diba?
Oo, kung nag-update ka pa nun, no? Diyos ko, maloka ka na siguro.
Oo, so ayun, ang dami ring mga bagay na ngayon iniisip ko, maybe I could have handled it better. Kung, alam mo yun, yung mga bagay na I wasn't really anticipating that will, have happened during the pageant night, because I never really experienced worrying about my pageant night gown on my previous competitions kasi it has always been with me, it's well fitted, ganyan.
This one is different, no? Para kayo nagtataguan ng gown mo.
Oo, so parang medyo ang hirap ng situation na yun na hindi maiintindihan ng mga tao yung stress sa isang babae na magko-compete ka na at hindi mo alam kung hahabol ba yung gown mo. And I keep on borrowing my phone nga sa advisor kasi I have to update kung paparating na ba yung gown, saan ko kukunin, saang exit, saang kanino, sino yung mag-aabot sa akin. So it was very hard while doing your makeup kasi mag-uumpisa na in a few hours. Madami lang talaga akong pinagdaanan ng araw na
hindi mo dapat pagdaanan eh.
yes. Oo. So I'm just very happy that all of the other girls, the future girls, will be competing for their international competitions, will not go through the same stress that I went through during my time, and that they are wearing whatever they felt like they're the most pretty. Kasi I think that's what is important. Na kahit na it may not be the best gown, but if you felt like it's your prettiest, that you're comfortable with what you're wearing, it can impact you differently.
Oo naman. Oo. Siyempre, lalo na like, kung ako yan hindi naman ako kapayatan hindi katulad ng unang panahon. Diba? Parang, sa sarili mo na yan eh. Confidence mo na sa sarili mo na yan. Tsaka,
Yes.
bala mo yan eh. Of course, lumalaban ka. Hindi naman to spelling BMJ, di ba? Kailangan very visual tayo, di ba? So, gets naman namin yun. At natuwa rin naman kami na nakita ka na, hindi ka nag-breakdown. Although, syempre very evident na parang medyo weighed down yung nangyari sa'yo kasi nga nagkabit-kabit. I guess, MJ, ang pinaka-kinabwisit namin is up until your time, bakit palaging last minute? Ganyan din ang drama ni Venus Ra, ganyan din ang drama ni Janine, na parang hindi mo marampa, hindi mo ma-practice. So, parang hindi namin na-gets. Kaya, ang swerte ni Pia, sa pagkakaintindi ko, si Pia, naghihigpit din si Madam. Pero si Pia, trinay niya hanggang sa pinakadulo na mag-request kung pwede bang isuot na lang si blue gown. So, ikaw ba, nagkaroon ka ba ng lakas ng loob man lang nung medyo nininervyos ka na sa alteration, kung mayayari yung alteration? Na naglakas ng loob ka ba sabihin?
Yes, nagpadala kami ng letter kay Mrs. Araneta na if Carrie Santiago could actually design my national costume and my gown without any pay actually. But I felt like nung time ni Pia, hindi rin naman siya mapapayagan without the bigger voices around her. So, marami na ring actually tao around her who was really insisting not only to Mrs. Araneta but most especially to Mr. Araneta to allow Miss Philippines to wear Filipino designer. Kasi kung kami-kami lang yun, kung candidates lang yun, she can just actually easily tell us na no, we will have the best gown for you, that we really trust this designer, he can make you the best gown that will help you win. Kasi yun naman yung ultimate goal niya rin naman to win. 'Di ba? Pero syempre, she runs it the way she knows, how to run it for how many years already.
Oo. Tsaka sa kanya kasi.
So I felt like it was due to all the other bigger voices surrounded the situation that already happened from years before that actually really triggered to convince Mr. Araneta to change it. Kasi what I know is it was really Mr. Araneta who said na allow your girls. Kasi if it's just us, I don't think we can ever convince her. Kasi we tried. Every year, the camps always try their best to convince Mrs. Araneta. And I think at some point, may mga nangyari na nasira yung trust niya sa
Filipino designers.
Medyo magulo yung situation. Na parang gusto niya isa lang yung
i-contain.
Ko, para wala nang maraming arguments, wala nang maraming gulo, magbayad tayo para makuha natin yung gusto natin, and that's it. So, I felt like yun na yung pamamalakad na nakasanayan niya. But, yeah, I'm just very, very happy for the rest of the Miss Philippines starting 2015 that they are able to wear, to fit actually, and to practice with their gowns. Kasi, syempre, mas nakapag-prepare ka kung anong hairstyling mo or like the color of makeup that you will use na mas bagay, di ba? Na mas na mas angat yung
Spak,
beauty mo.
oo. Mas
Oo,
may
actually,
enhance siya.
Oo, actually really helps the girls. And so yun nga yung isa sa mga bagay na sinasabi ko na bakit surprise kasi bakit darating on the last moment. Bakit?
Oo.
Kasi siguro I felt like iniingatan rin ni Mrs. Araneta yung na hindi ma-preempt. Kasi syempre knowing that every girls has their camps around them. So feeling ko may fear din siya na magle-leak kung ano yung susuot namin.
Ay, oo nga.
So yun na nga yung
nga.
sinabi ko na rin from the previous interview na I felt like we were not a team. I felt like, di ba dapat this Team Philippines tayo, dapat isa lang tayo ng goal. So I think it was the lack of trust between the organization.
Oo, wala kayo sa same page lahat.
Oo, kaya nangyayari yung mga bagay na ganun. But then I think somehow after a couple of years they managed to, coexist.
Kasi siguro nakita nila eventually yung merit. Nakita rin nila yung level of support. And like what you said earlier, hindi ko na kasi nabalikan, but what you said earlier about Filipino designers now having a platform to also dress the other nations. Because back in Catriona's time, I wrote an article for Manila Bulletin documenting the designers who actually dressed the international girls. And there were like more than 12 of them. We had Gian Lasala, we had Sir Albert Andrada, and we also had like other smaller names na trinace ko pa isa-isa. So that was how involved we were nung time nung kay and not even that, we're even dressing the Miss Universe winners na pag magpapasa na sila ng corona. Even Miss International, Michael Cinco has done several clothes for the other girls. So, whatever it is na nangyari sa'yo, yes, I get it. It's a little unfortunate, but it actually really paved the way for, paano tayo ngayon sa pageantry na talagang nauhaw tayo. So, talagang full blast tayo. So, MJ, I'm gonna wrap this up, but I just want to ask a few questions about the girls because we are really very interested with them. So, I want to start muna with Migbelis. Migbelis, alam naman natin kung ano nangyari sa kanya. Venezuela is really, really huge in pageantry. But what happened with Migbelis was that when she was crowned, okay lahat, plakadong-plakado, Venezuela. Anong atmosphere sa Doral nung dumating si Migbelis and she was a little bigger than what everybody is expecting Miss Venezuela to be? Were there whispers?
I think she also has her own dilemma na talagang napakahirap din ng pinagdaraanan niya. But actually, Migbelis is such a nice person. She's really wonderful. Na parang,
love her.
I was expecting na yung mga powerhouse na mga Latin countries would be so mataray, di ba? Especially Venezuela, they have won most crowns, the number of crowns. So talagang, I was expecting something else, but then Migbelis is very warm. She's very friendly. Actually, she has a weight problem. Medyo mataas din yung demand knowing na they're a powerhouse. Medyo talagang she's forced to lose weight. She even, I remembered, like, she wouldn't eat during breakfast. Kami kain ng kain kasi there are a lot of...
umeffort pa siya. Oo. Nandun na kasi siya. So parang feeling ko medyo ang hirap ng maayos yun pag nandun ka na.
Yung siniserve sa amin. So it caters all the kind of diet or like restrictions that every countries would have kasi may mga countries na Muslim country or like you have just a special allergy or whatsoever. It can cater yung the type of buffet that you're serving. But then if you see Migbelis, she barely eats kasi she's actually very stressed kasi nga a lot of fans are actually bullying her that she is heavy. She's like, not as the typical Miss Venezuela representative. She was going through a lot then. And it's not easy to be there and trying to focus on the competition and knowing that some of your people are actually not backing you up or not actually supporting you. So it was hard on her. Alam ko rin, nakita ko rin yung pinagdaanan ni Migbelis. And I was just happy that she was able to win a Latin pageant that actually
yeah, right. The Beleza.
a new career for her in Venezuela. And she's really doing well now. She embraced her body. She didn't have to lose weight to be accepted. She showed herself na I am this, I am heavier than your typical Miss Venezuela, but I am me. And now she's loved.
And we love her, you know.
Yes.
Kung sumali yan siya ngayon, now that we're very open to, you know, body types and even height, I think Migbeles would have really, really done so well. Kasi, ang personality ni girl, talaga namang
malaki.
Grabe. Napanood ko siya sa isang morning show when she was like really slim at sobrang nakakatakot siyang kalabanin. I remember she was so bubbly, she was so effervescent. So, yeah, hi to Migbelis. Kung sakaling umabot nando sa kanya, paborito ko siya.
Actually, hindi lang siya yung kinakatakutan ko nun eh. Supposedly, si Rolene Strauss were supposed to compete.
Dapat. Dalawa kasi dapat yun si South Africa. Tama. And actually, kung sumali si Rolene,
of Miss Ukraine, who was like a very, very strong contender.
Oh my God.
And actually, si Miss Ukraine, the real winner.
Yeah, si Anna. Si Anna. Yung original na Miss Ukraine.
Oo, na hindi rin tumuloy kasi I think she chose her studies.
Nakakairita, no, kung sakali man lang, no, pwede sila mag back-to-back. Nakakaloka yung level ng beauty ng pinadala nila at hindi nila pinadala.
Diba? Nakakaloka. So parang, nung nakikita ko na yung mga posts ng ito yung mga other girls and then Venezuela, South Africa, si Ukraine, and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Tapos hindi ko alam kung kailan ka magko-compete, walang definite time. So, syempre yung diet mo, diba, hindi mo alam kung kailan mo talaga ipupush yung no salt mo, lower carbs, kasi hindi mo nang pwede forever.
Hindi ko naisipan yan, ever. Mag-beauty pageant. Never. Magsulat, oo. Hindi ko kaya yung diet ninyo.
Mahirap. So, it's hard to prepare for something that you're uncertain of, na hindi mo alam kung kailan yung competition. Ang daming chismis na, November, and then December, and then...
Oo nga, hindi nila sila magpa-announce ng maayos. Tama. Another one na sobrang... Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Nag-overlap tayo.
Yun lang yung gusto kong sabihin na mahirap din in our case, na hindi nga kami sure kung kailan kami magko-compete and patapos na yung taon, wala pa rin kaming definite answer kung kailan, kasi na-inform kami kung kailan talaga yung competition, just like short na lang yung notice na when the competition will actually happen.
So, another girl that I am really interested to learn more about, Spain. Only because feeling ko panahon na rin ng Spain magka-corona after 1974 eh. So, nung nagpadala sila ng sobrang lakas na candidate nung 2014, shocked ako, ma'am. Na-shocked talaga ako. Ang ganda-ganda niya, na-shocked ako. Anyari kay...
Nag-first runner-up ba yung Spain sa time ni Shamsi? Am I right?
Sa time ni Isler. 2013, Ariela.
Kay Ariela. Yeah,
Oo.
Kaya medyo mataas na rin yung expectations.
Oo. Every time nagsustain. Yes. Kasi di ba usually the countries na medyo nagiging consistent, medyo absent ng ilang taon, tapos balik na naman sa semifinals.
Yes,
Ibig sabihin yun yung mga medyo porsigido. And when they finally sent someone na talagang sobrang Miss Universe worthy with Desiree Cordero, na-shocked ako, ma'am. Kasi pinost nila sa Norman eh, tapos sexy, tas yung mata kagad.
Si Desiree, even without makeup, that's how she looked. Talagang, she is a life-size Barbie. Oh my goodness. Like, I wish more Filipinos, I wish during the reunion she could have joined. Kasi she's one of the girls na talagang walang mali sa kanya. Her height, her face is small, yung katawan and everything. I felt like there was a really heavy pressure on her, in her country, to finally win Miss Universe. And I felt like she was really hoping as well to win the crown. And I felt like she was really ready to fight din on the question and answer. But, ayun, isa din siya sa mga girls na I hugged her nung lumabas na kami kasi magkasabay kami, we didn't made it to top 5. She was crying so hard, and which is very evident na talagang na-hurt siya. So, ako naman itong to the rescue sister, hindi na ako nakaiyak for my own sorrow, di ba?
Pilipino eh.
Oo,
Yung kapakanan ng iba inuna eh. Oo.
Oo, yung parang, it's okay, ganyan, ganyan, you're still Miss Universe Spain, you're gorgeous, ganyan. So, I really tried to pacify her in the backstage. Pero, she could have been a really worth it winner as well. Napakarami pang babaeng could have won Miss Universe, but unfortunately, there's only 5 slots for top 5, and there's only 1 slot for the crown. So, mahirap din yung to be in a competition and alam mong you're being judged according to the opinion or the kung ano yung judgment ng 15 or so people who are, sitting in front of you. So,
Well,
I think it's just...
Hindi naman kasi mahati si Corona. Talagang isa lang talaga.
Oo,
And,
pero si Desiree is such a wonderful person. I visited her nung nag-reunion kami sa Milan. I continued my journey sa Europe kasi syempre hindi naman ako laging pupunta ng Europe kasi wala naman ako maraming kilala doon. But now I have my Miss Universe sisters. So when I was in Spain, nag-meet kami ni Desiree in Madrid. And Desiree is not good in English. She cannot speak.
So siguro yun din talaga yung, real talk, siguro talaga yun din yung problema kung bakit hindi na rin siguro naka-advance. Kasi,
pero,
English talaga, communication.
What I wanted to say is, even if she's not good in English, she welcomed me in her town, and she really tried to communicate with me kahit na halos mag-sign language kami, gumagamit ako ng translation app para magkaintindihan kami. Talagang she really tried to entertain me and to show me around in her town, and I still enjoyed her company. So that's the kind of person that she is. Talagang she will make the effort na talagang ma-accommodate ka lang.
Nakakatuwa naman. And ito ang inaabangan ng lahat. Alam mo naman kung sino yan. Gusto ko lang ng a little bit of something because a lot of the pageant analysts, the pageant fans, vloggers, they all seem to have the same impression on polling. Parang very distant, very partida, MJ, pati Latinong vlogger na napanood ko, talaga sabi, I don't like her, parang serang to, agad-agad, don't like her. Baka pwede namang only because I think polling was not really...
Hindi ba dapat objective tapos may hypnosis pa?
Tsaka syempre, alam mo naman, iba kung Latino, iba kung galing sa atin. Syempre kung Latino, para feeling mo, ay legit may bad attitude problem to. Pero, ano ba siya? Nakakaloka. Pero alam mo, kasi hindi siya nagsasalita, hindi siya masyadong vocal, pero feeling mo yung distance niya to the brand, although recently medyo visible na nga siya sa MUO na brand, yung distance niya, and then yung hindi masyadong evident na closeness niya with the other girls because you guys have trailed on with your friendships, hindi masyadong. Tsaka dami-daming chismis surrounding her, so paano siya pagdating pa lang ng Doral or nung ino-observe mo siya, may factor ba na parang shoot, kokoronahan to? May ganun ba kayo? Bilang mga kandidata?
Actually, nalaman ko na lang to after the competition ng mga nag-usap-usap kami. Kasi syempre, ang dami namin we're 89 So parang hindi mo naman, you can't really keep track on what one girl is doing, di ba? Kasi maraming activities that's happening on the same day na pinipili. Parang nakahati kami na etong group of girls would go to this place and then this group of girls would do this. So, hindi mo na rin malaman kung ano yung ginagawa ng ibang girls. But then, I just found out after the competition na may mga special events pala siyang napupuntahan. So, that made actually other girls think na si Paulina yung mananalo kasi she's actually favorite na ng organization. But I didn't feel it at that moment. Kasi syempre, pag nakita mo nga, sinabi mo na rin kanina, napaka-strong based on the looks and yung talagang aura and personality of the 24 batch. Ang dami pa around you eh. Alam mo yun, hindi ka magfo-focus sa isang babae na runaway winner to siya na talaga. Kasi, I mean, ang dami pang babaeng pwedeng tumayo, di ba, beside her, and like, you can't automatically choose who will win Miss Universe. So, personally, I didn't had that feeling na parang I felt like she's runaway. But after the competition, some girls had shared their stories na may special birthday celebration daw during the kasi her birthday happened during the whatever. And
pag birthday talaga, oo. Nadadali tayo ng birthdays eh.
Yung mga factors na yun, hindi ko na alam, sila na yung may alam nun. Pero,
so ngayon mo na lang.
Oo, I tried to talk to her. Medyo, yun nga yung feeling din na medyo na in-vibe ko nung umupo ako beside her. Parang she would just answer you a little bit and then she left. So parang medyo distant, medyo aloof or baka focus lang sa competition. Kasi syempre, you're still in the competition, baka yung iba focus. But then, yun na nga, nung nagkaroon kami ng group and then yearly reunion, I've been trying to access
message her
and message her, sinzone si Ateng. Hindi mo lang nagre-respond.
Panay ka, te? Sinizone ka?
So parang feeling ko, hindi naman natin pwedeng ipilit yung sarili natin sa ibang tao. Kasi naman kami, kahit na hindi kami kompleto sa group, but I mean, marami kami, we're almost 40, so that's more than half of all the girls. Wag nang hanapin yung wala. Parang ganun na lang yung...
bandang huli yun na rin ang sagot namin mga admins eh. Parang read between the lines na lang. Pero alam ko naman, kasi na-mention mo rin naman to before na since kayo nag-establish ng chat, parang ano ka naman, umi-effort ka naman ng bonggang-bongga. Umi-effort ka naman na imbitan. Oo, taon-taon. Yun nga,
ayoko naman
lahat, di ba?
Ayoko naman dumating yung panahon na reunion time, tapos sasabihin, may mga fans na magtatanong sa kanya, sasabihin niyang wala nag-imbita sa kanya.
Oo, diba? Diba? May resibo ka eh.
Oo, imbita na ganon. So,
ikaw lang.
So at least, diba, malinis yung konsensya namin. Kasi parang yung ibang girls, tinatanong din ako, bakit ka kasi message pa ng message? Eh parang for me naman, winner pa rin naman natin yan, diba? Dapat, malay mo, at some point, mag-iba na yung ihip ng hangin, maging gusto niya niyang maging... Baka
naman mag-mature na rin siya.
Ganyan, di ba? Mag-mature na siya.
Kasi hindi siya mabait nun. I-ano na lang natin yun.
Oo, so parang for me, wag naman natin i-close yung door natin na forever na natin siyang i-outcast, di ba? Malay mo, gusto niya na ng mga kaibigan kasi masaya kaya kami kausap.
Ang saya niyo kaya. Ang saya-saya niyo kaya.
Chat. Lagi kami...
Oo. Sa in-person nga, ino-observe lang eh. Ino-observe lang namin kayo. Ang saya-saya niya. So, yun lang. At least, in a way, medyo confirmed. Kasi I'm just saying na, you know, an opinion of one person could probably be because of hindi maayos yung meeting, hindi maayos yung circumstance kung paano sila naging magkasama. But if you're feeling the same way, if the other vloggers are feeling the same way, if some members or some personalities from the organization na nagpapalive ngayon are like dropping hints, baka, diba? Para kulang na lang, i-spell out mo yung pangalan. But you know, if these people are already dropping hints, baka nga naman talagang yun talaga yung ugali. Ganun talaga siya.
For me naman, baka naman may pinagdaraanan lang yung tao or baka...
Grabe naman, 5 taon halos.
Ako, intro-extro din ako eh. Medyo hirap din ako.
Sa bagay, oo.
Medyo hirap din ako talagang to really put myself out there pag masyado ng maraming tao. So, every day I still learn how to, you know, makipag-socialize kasi nga, iba to for most of my years, iba to, yung world ng pageantry is so different. So parang I really have to learn how to mingle and to socialize and to, you know, get to know other people, and some people may act like really close to you right away kasi that's just how they are. And I every day I learn from being Miss Universe Philippines. Every day I learn that. Kaya baka naman may pinaguhugutan nandun yung tao, baka masyadong introvert or I don't know, whatever happens. That's why every year yung pinakahawakan ko na, let's just invite her. Kasi wala namang mawawala eh. I mean, I don't get hurt kung isin zone mo ba yan or hindi mo ba makita.
Sanay ka na eh.
Oo.
Ang hindi ka masasanay is kung umoo siya. Medyo parang makakonfuse ka doon. Parang, bakit to? Oo.
Okay, pero I think mahirapan ako i-convince yung ibang mga girls na.
Yung iba, oo. Oo naman. Gets naman yan.
Biglang finally mag-change siya ng mind. Pero ako, for me, kino-convince ko and I always tell my girls na we should always be open. Etong reunion natin, let's open it to other years, to other batches. Kasi why not, di ba? We're all Miss Universe and let's use this platform kasi we decided that to do charity every time.
Yes, you mentioned that. Oo.
Every time we do our reunion. So parang it would be nice to have more Miss Universe girls because every year only one girl is given the chance to continue her platform internationally. But if we're doing this could be a really good platform for us to actually continue what we're doing. Kasi when we go back to our homes, maybe some girls are already moms, a wife, or like maybe they have 8-hour job that they are not, able to continue what they have started with the pageant world because they're busy actually working on the new dreams or like whatever job they have. So I mean, once in a while, it's good to have something na you can still go back to that route to being Miss Universe and to still follow that passion of us to continue whatever advocacy that we wanted to push.
And yun na rin yung relevance ngayon ng pageantry. It's not mostly about like being vocal on social media, but in your case, you've managed to turn your like what is fun for a certain group into something more productive, something more purposeful. So, my gosh, MJ, you have it all. The good, the bad, the ugly, you've experienced it. Maraming salamat. I will not keep you any longer. I think we've covered everything. At ang masasabi ko lang, at siguro para sa atin na lang to, ikakat ko na lang to, pero sa dinami-dami ng beauty pageant queens na na-meet ko, nasundan ko, or nasulat ko, or ikaw lang ang nagpapayat sa akin. So yun lang ako umeffort. There was this one year na umeffort ako na talagang MJ, nag-military diet ako para sa'yo. Ang payat ko, sexy ko sobra.
Just ask me whatever I can help, whatever.
Wag na, nakita.
Motivation you need.
Motivation, ask me. Ask me what my motivation was.
Okay, anong motivation mo?
So I don't use Facebook anymore. I haven't used Facebook in a long time. I keep Facebook only because nakakabit dun yung ibang mga social media platforms ko. But you know how the timeline works, that every year yung timeline paulit-ulit na lumalabas dun sa feed mo.
Yes.
Tapos andun yung mga post ko ng mga 2014 na, oh my God, magpapapayat na ako. O, yung rumarampa ka sa swimming pool. Sabi ko, mama, body type ko yan eh. Kasi pareho tayo, Meg.
Yes.
Like ako, ganyan ako. Hindi ko na i-claim na sobrang payat ko or curvy ako. Pero sabi ko, shoot.
Curvy.
I have a photo to prove it. I'm gonna post it here. Kapag ipopost na namin to, at pa-publish na namin. So, ikaw lang. Na-meet ko si Rachel Peters. Rachel Peters is sobrang sexy sa benchmark ko.
Yes.
Pero, hindi ko kaya si Rachel Peters. Pero ikaw, parang mas kinaya ko nung unang panahon. Sabi ko, ang sexy.
Actually,
I'm so sorry.
Sinabi sa akin ni Karil nung nag-meet kami. Sabi niya, you know what's good with you, MJ? Parang, you're relatable. I got really inspired to work out when I saw you in Miss Universe. Kasi you're relatable. Yung hips mo, yung ganyan. Sabi ko, which is good, di ba? For
tao babae.
Different set of women, different set of body type, na parang may mapipinpoint ka na this girl I can relate to. So, yun yung kinagandahan. Like, I mean, if we talk about Shamsi, who's my best friend, pag nag-gym kami nun, ang problema namin, what She's so skinny. Sobrang payat.
Skinny.
Hindi maliit
Oo.
yung bewang. Kasi
Oo,
her
oo.
body type is, paano ba? Rectangle.
Oo, oo,
Medyo,
oo, oo.
medyo rectangle
Oo.
si Shamsu. So, kahit na anong gawin niya, hindi talaga, hindi lumulubog,
Oo.
diba? Na
Hindi
parang
siya mag-hourglass. Oo.
Oo, hindi nag-hourglass. So parang she really focused on working out her upper body to have a wing para just to
Para balance.
this
Oo.
image na
Oo.
maging gano'n, na maging hourglass. So, I mean, somehow, different body types of women, you can pinpoint someone na this one I can relate to and she's going to be my inspiration.
Yun.
Which is really good. And
So, inaantay ko na bumalik yung footage na yon. Baka naman. Nakakaloka. Ang sexy ko talaga na nakakairita ka. Kainis.
Pero military diet is so hard. Gawin mo na lang yung 12-hour fasting really works and it's doable.
Kuni, alam mo, sabi nila sobrang true yan. Pero hindi ko na nga maintindihan kung anong oras na ngayon. Hindi ko na alam kung anong oras akong gising. Nakakaloka. Pero, yun lang naman yun. Yung inspiration ko pag nakikita kita.
You just have to have a cut-off na lang ng eating.
Yun na nga cut-off na lang.
Oo.
Sige, push mo pa ako ng konti. Konting silip pa sa mga bikini photos mo back in the day. Baka naman.
Oo,
Baka pwede pa.
Don't force yourself. Ako rin naman minsan nag-off ako from workout for a month or 2 months. Kasi, syempre, yung katawan ng babae, iba yung hormones natin, di ba? May time na
Hindi ako nag-workout at all. Ikaw lang talaga. That one time. Yun lang. That's all.
Keto really works. Also,
I'll try. Ish.
Yeah. But
konting push
it's
pa.
a lot of research din.
Kakakaaliw. My gosh, MJ, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for answering our question. Kahit na medyo mahirap ang ating connection ngayon. But thank you. Good night.
Every time, siguro may nagsasabi.
Ngayon, okay na siya. Oo. Baka si Pauling yan.
Hindi ako makapag-chika masyado.
Si Pauling yan siya. Si Pauling. Lahat si Pauling.
Pauling, sino kinakausap siya?
Pauling. Halika na dito kasi mag-chika ka na sa amin. Thank you, MJ. Good night. Thank you, Kian.
Bye.
Bye.